Give me a minute just to get my screen back up. I'm dealing with a different technology setup today, so it's been an interesting morning. Give me 1 minute. Hi, everyone. Welcome to our last 60 days of summer session. I'm super excited to have you guys all here with me today, all you rock stars that have been with us all summer long. I am Angela Paoli, Vice President of Education and Broker Development here at Properties Christie's International Real Estate. Keith, you didn't hear my music? Did anybody hear my music, you guys? I'm so sad if you tell me no. Anyone? Put it in the chat. No? Boo! Oh my God. That makes me so sad. All right, well, I was rocking a little Simon and Garfunkel. And I kind of figured that my music wasn't going to work today, but sorry about that. All right, so I want to blast through some of the information. Hopefully, you guys can see my screen. Give me a thumbs up if you can see my slides. I would like to go through a couple pieces of information and then get to like the meat and potatoes of our session today. So I just want to remind you guys that you can see all of our coaching and training information on the Agent app in the coaching and training room. You can also find us on platform on the coaching and training page. That's where you can find all of the information that you need from coaching and training, including promo videos and links and recordings and things like that. So for the 60 days of summer, we're going to be doing a little wrap up today. So we'll talk about what did we do this summer? We'll talk about what's coming next from coaching and training. And then I have a special guest I'll be bringing on in a minute to do a ninja selling preview, which I'm super excited about. So we have been meeting every Monday for the past couple weeks, and we have gone through plenty of content and information. We talked a lot about pipeline and we talked about private to prominent. And hopefully you're all familiar with that program. You've taken the training, you've either come to an event or at least taken the Zoom session. We've talked about how to use private to prominent to win more listings. We talked about the art of giving. We've had some great breakout discussions talking about sellers, talking about buyers. We talked about upping your buyer's game using private to prominent. We brought on our awesome Zen list trainer to give us a little tools training session. We did an end of summer bucket list challenge. And who went to Palooza last week? I did, and I danced for like 4 hours, so it was super fun. So we had a great celebration for Appalooza, celebrating Att's 25th anniversary party. So we've had so much fun this summer with you guys. In addition, we have done some really great office visits. So we have been taking coaching and training, doing a little road show, and we've been visiting the local offices, and we've had a whole bunch of events so far. We have a whole bunch of events more over the next couple weeks. If you haven't been to one of these, we really encourage you to come. We have a great time with coaching and training. Amy Core's been coming to most of them, and we've been having some great business discussions. We've been having fun food with your managing brokers, your office staff. We've been doing raffles and things like that. So please come to those events. We still have about 2 more weeks of those. So we are super excited to take this on the road. So, what is next for coaching and training? So, we have our agent summits coming up in September, and I noted the dates here. You guys have not gotten the invitation to these yet, but it is coming soon. So, the city summit will be September 15th. The North Shore and Northwest Summit will be September 29th. The West and Southwest Summit will be September 30th. And then at those summits are typically they used to feel like sales meetings. Now we've been bringing on speakers. So we have a great industry speaker lined up to speak at that one. So if you can please save those dates, it'll be, I think they start around 9 a.m. So like 9 to 12-ish will be where you want to hold your calendar for, but we hope to see you at those events. Then we'll roll into 2026 business planning. And that will take place as we did last year, the past couple years, as regional in-person workshop events all throughout October. We will be sending information on these soon with an option to register for any of the events that work for you, regardless of what region you're in. You can come to any of them. Then, of course, we will have Expo. Expo is going to be awesome this year. It's going to be on Thursday, October 30th. You will be getting more information on that soon too. That's kind of like a whole day thing. We'll wrap our business planning workshops and then we'll focus on everyone coming to Expo. So that's going to be an amazing event. We hope that you can save the date for that as well. In early November, we will have a negotiations masterclass. This is something new that we're bringing to App Properties, so more information to come on that. But that will be kind of like a leveled up in person training session on the art of negotiation. So we're excited to bring that to you. And then, as usual, we wrap our year with our awesome Ninja installation event. So I don't know how many of you out there are ninjas. I know we have a ton of Ad Properties ninjas who have gone through an installation. We will be holding that event Monday, November 17th through Thursday, November 20th. And so that is a 4 day immersive event. It will be held in Rosemont. So it's super local, super central to all of our offices and to transportation. And that is going to be an awesome event where it is 4 solid days of just learning how to really streamline and operate your business, focusing on relationships, focusing on putting the customer first, focusing on having good, solid processes in your business, having the right mindset. And that's going to be 4 days of that. So I am really excited to welcome a special guest to our webinar today. Mr. Don Tennessen. He is our Ninja installation guide. He has been a friend of App Properties for many years. I think we've been doing Ninja installations since like 2013 or 2014. So it's been a tradition at App Properties to have Don come once a year and actually install a whole new group of agents and put them on the Ninja path. So there's a QR code here, you guys. If anyone is interested in registering, there are limited seats. Every year we sell out. So if you're even contemplating it, I would really recommend that you make the investment in your business. Scan that QR code, grab a seat because they will go fast and they will sell out. I have about 50-ish seats or so. So grab it if you're thinking about it. But Don, I'd love to welcome you to our webinar. If you want to turn your video on and say hi to everybody.
Good morning. It's nice to hear everybody. Nice to see you. It's wonderful to be back with you again.
Awesome. Thanks for being here, Don. Give us a minute, guys. We're going to switch hosts. Don, did you want to share your screen?
Okay.
It's an hour earlier where Don is, so it's very early morning for Don.
Okay, how's that?
All right, I don't see it. Does anybody else see Don's screen? Anybody?
Let's try it one more time.
You see it? Okay, great. I don't see it, but go ahead, Don.
Oh, are we good?
Yep, you're good.
Okay. All right. Well, good morning again, everybody. It's so great to be hanging out with you this morning. And in Ninja, we usually ask the question, "What day is it today?" Well, it's another day in paradise. That's really what it is. And oftentimes we don't think about that as a geography question. It's more of a mindset question because every day is an opportunity to make an impact. It's so great to be with you. Really looking forward to our time together in November. Just a few minutes to give you a quick overview of what we're going to talk about, a little bit about market conditions right now, and what do we need to make the shift from what happened in the past to what's going to be happening in real estate in the future. Clearly, we're out of the post-COVID area of all-time record numbers of transactions. Things have settled down. We're in a more normal market conditions with both sellers and buyers, and we got to be prepared for that. And so one of the things that we try to make it simple with the Ninja installation is to focus on three primary categories. What are we doing with our mindset? We have to have the right thought process, our skill set. Are we practiced up and know how to handle the conditions in today's market with both buyers and sellers? And then are we taking the right actions, particularly in the area of generating ongoing leads and referrals? Pretty much everywhere across the country where we've been in the last 6 months or so, we are seeing prices relatively steady, number of transactions lower generally than the year before. So the opportunity to generate leads and referrals may be more critical than ever before. So let's just take a minute or two on each one of these, kind of give you some insight into what you can look forward to in this upcoming Ninja installation. So this mindset thing, how we think, how we see the world, what do we pay attention to, what do we focus on? So critical in society today, where there is so much information and so much going on. Easy to get distracted, easy to focus on the wrong stuff. So one of the things we always have to remind ourselves is there is always a market when it comes to real estate. Why is that? Well, because primarily people will make a change in their real estate based on changes in their lives. People get married, people get divorced, people change jobs. They have kids graduating from college. They have new kids coming into their life. Oftentimes, a change in someone's life in these areas will then require a change in their real estate. And our suggestion in today's market condition is let's focus on the people that we know, people in our database who have some kind of life change going on. It's a really good predictor of a future real estate transaction. So I just want to give you some encouragement in this area because in the next 2 years, here's what's going to happen across the United States. There will be 7 million new babies. There will be more than 3 million marriages. There'll be half as many divorces. You can see the list. There are amazing opportunities if we focus on change. And, one of the things that we hear realtors talk about routinely is that they have potential buyers out there who are sitting on low interest rates. So how many of you have people in your database? Maybe you even sold them the property and they've got an interest rate below 4%. And I often hear realtors talk about this idea. Well, nobody's moving, nobody's doing it. They're sitting, they're squatting on those 4% interest rates. Well, let's take a look at the facts on that. Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae together did a research study last year on this concept. And they asked the question, if the right situation came about, would you move off of that low interest rate that you currently have? Interestingly enough, 21% of those people with those low interest rates said, no, I'm not moving no matter what. I'm going to stick this out. They have to have that low interest rate. But 79% of those people said, if my life changed, if my situation was different, maybe I'm not so thrilled with the house that I got that low interest rate on, they would make a change. And so our suggestion is this. Let's make sure over the next few months we're in contact with all those buyers, all those people that we sold properties to in the COVID era that have those low interest rates. There's opportunity out there. So the point is, we got to have the right mindset, the idea that there's always opportunity. And then, of course, the skill set thing is just the skills to do the job. And of course, things have changed with buyers and with sellers. Generally speaking, more opportunities for buyers now. Inventory slightly higher than it's been in the past few years. That's good news for buyers. And sellers, we still know that generally property values hanging in there. Not the massive declines in property values that you'll read about in the paper or in some of the online stuff. Things have remained relatively stable. And so one skill set we think is important in today's market is this idea of asking the right questions. So this is just an example of the right skill set. So we like this question for sellers. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, let me ask you a question. Do you think your house will sell for a fixed price, or do you think it'll sell in a range of value based on the marketing and negotiating skills of your realtor? And one of the reasons that we suggest asking that question is that sellers often come to a conclusion that it doesn't really matter which realtor they choose, that their house will sell for the same price regardless of the realtor involved in the transaction. And we know, and you know, of course, that's simply not true. Our job as realtors, help that seller not just sell their house, but help them get to the top of the range, whatever that is for them. And sellers often, the reaction is something like this: oh, geez, I never thought about it that way. Here's what sellers need, folks, in today's market. They need someone like you. They need someone who's a total pro, has the right technology, has the right brand, has the right connections in the marketplace to help them move on to the next level of their life. And then, of course, we follow that up by reminding both sellers and buyers of the 5 points that articulate your value. Essentially, what you do to justify your fee. And in the case of sellers, we've got these 5 things. And we don't want sellers just to think that your job is to find the buyer, get it under contract, and go to the closing table. There's so much more involved in that, and a quick conversation about these 5 things helps the seller understand what you're doing to make sure that you can get your full fee. You deserve your full fee based on these 5 things. So we have a practice session in the Ninja installation, and we talk about how to communicate with both sellers and buyers about your fee. We think that's pretty important. And then, of course, we have to take the right actions. We have to have the things present in our daily activities that help us generate ongoing leads and referrals. We think that's the lifeblood of any real estate business. And so, if you simplify it, we know this: there's only 2 things that happen in real estate. We can do the business, helping the buyers and sellers, but then we have to generate the business too. And universally, people will say, which one of these is more challenging? And obviously, it's generating the business. So we spend a whole day, the second day of our Ninja installation, talking about generating the business, having the activities in place that give us the best potential for ongoing leads and referrals. And of course, our habits have a lot to do with that. We really like this quote that we don't decide our futures, we decide our habits, and our habits decide our futures. So we spend some time talking about creating and maintaining the right habits that will help you build relationships, which will then lead to ongoing leads and referrals. And then the question we all have to ask ourselves is this: the habits that we have today, everything from when we get up in the morning to how much contact do we have with our database? What about exercise? What about nutrition? What about your relationships with friends and family? All of those things have to do with the habits that we've made decisions on over the years. So we have an opportunity to change our habits and make adjustments for 2026. And of course, we in Ninja, we have this little saying, TSW, this stuff works. And folks, it really does. We'll spend 4 days. We're going to be happy to be there November 17th to the 20th. And if you've been to Ninja before, guess what? We'd encourage you to come back because it's always a good opportunity to get up to date on our skills, kind of get back on track. And the timing on this particular installation is absolutely perfect because we get together in November and we have an opportunity to have our systems in place and be ready for a fantastic 2026 where we're going to thrive and not just survive another year. So we're thrilled to have the opportunity to hang out with you in November. And Angela, thank you for the opportunity. We're looking forward to being back in Chicago again this year.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Don. The 3 things that are just key takeaways for me, and they're going to be key takeaways for our business planning, you guys, is mindset, skill set, and actions. And I think, Don's been in the industry a bit. I've been in the industry a bit. And anyone who's been in the industry a bit knows that no matter what kind of market we're in, there is always opportunity. And that is the mindset that we have to have. We have to see the opportunity. We have to believe that there's opportunity, right? Then you have to have the skills. You need to be poised. You need to be ready to articulate your value proposition. You need to be ready to help sellers and buyers and make sure that you are proving your value, right? And bringing your expertise into that transaction and into that relationship. And then your actions, right? We always talk about prospecting. And that's a big part of Ninja too, is how are you spending your time? You can't be spending your time just in reactive mode. You're never going to grow a sustainable business by always just being reactive. And I think Don can agree to all of the points that I just made. This is why we love Ninja, you guys, is because Ninja is, we just have immersed our entire company into the foundation and principles of Ninja. And so, for those of you who have never gone through an installation, this will change your life. This will change the course of the trajectory of your real estate career in many ways. And for those of you who have already gone through Ninja installation, it's a great opportunity to come back and just get back on the Ninja path. Because I think, we go through these 4 days and then a lot of people just fall right off the path immediately and are looking to get back on. So it's a great way to come back to it. We are also, this is a sneak peek into next year, but I'm going to be changing some things up next year. We are going to be doing something a little bit different next year with Ninja at the company and offering some opportunities where people who have gotten installed in the past can come back and do kind of like a 2 day refresher. So keep your eye out for that opportunity as well. Don, we're so excited to have you here today. I know everybody loves you. People are texting me like, "Oh my God, Don." People are super excited to see you, and we're just happy that you're a friend to all of us here at Property. So thank you for being here with us today.
You know, Angela, one of the things that we really like, and I think the reason that I look so much forward to spending time with the At Properties folks is because what we talk about in Ninja is a perfect fit for the culture of At Properties, which is all about relationships, having fun, and making money. We really like that, and so we're looking forward to being back with you.
Yeah, thank you so much. All right, guys, so that's it. That's our wrap for 60 Days of Summer. Again, we have a couple really great events coming up. We will be out in Hinsdale on Wednesday. That is for our Hinsdale, Western Springs, and Downers Grove agents. We will be in Evanston on Thursday, so we're excited to see our Evanston friends. And then we have a couple more weeks where we have a couple more events, so please get out there and come see us and enjoy the last couple weeks of summer. I do want to note that summer is not over until September 22nd. So for those of you who are like posting about like pumpkin spice Halloween things, I'm not ready for it yet. We have like well over a month left of this. So enjoy it, soak it up, you guys, and we will see you soon. Thank you so much, Don.
Take care now.
Have a great week. Bye.